Hey guys, so I hope everybody's doing amazing and welcome to this amazing broadcast, Social Media Trends 2020. For those of you who don't know who I am, of course, my official title is Reverend Dr. Danielle Patterson Winningham. But more often than not, I'm referred to as Coach. I'm a former JP Morgan Chase Vice President, Master Life and Master Business Coach. Me and the internet have been around about 8 years now. Prior to that, I was on Facebook, holidays, Easter, birthdays, things like that. But about 8 years ago, my life changed. And I realized that I not only wanted more, but that I needed more. And that change allowed me to go into a platform that has since reached $3.46 trillion a year and growing with no sign of stopping. And so, as you sit here tonight, I want you to realize that you have the potential to get your share of that $3.46 trillion, whether it's be in your business, in your industry. It's definitely an opportunity for you to change your life. However, there are some things that you're going to have to know in order to navigate successfully this digital marketing and social media landscape. So, before we get to start, I don't know, wait a minute. I just want to make sure I'm in front of the right crowd. I always like to do that. Does $3.46 trillion, does that sound interesting to everybody here? I just want to make sure I'm talking to the right people. Because some of you may be on that old, money's not important to me tip. And, if you're on that tip, I just really don't know what to tell you. I just know I have kids and they like to eat every day. And as a result of my kids and the fact that they like to eat every day, I have to make money every day. So some of you said yes, somebody said heck yes, very much so, absolutely. I want you to affirm that because you have to remember why you do what you do and why it's so critical as it relates to social media for you to get on board, not later, but now. Why it's critical for you to get on board and get on board now. So first I want to start with, who is this for? This is for anybody who's ready to quit. If you're ready to quit your job, if you're ready to quit living a life that doesn't suit you, if you're ready to quit robbing Peter to pay Paul, if you're ready to quit living below your means, if you're ready to quit not living up to your greatness, if you know that there's more inside of you and that you are capable of more, that you know you want to serve more people, and whenever you serve more people, you automatically generate more money. I want to get that clear from the onset. Social media is the opportunity for you to get in front of hundreds, if not thousands, if not tens of thousands, if not millions of individuals. And we know from a billionaire's history that the more individuals you get in front of and serve, the more revenue you generate. Look at it, Jeff Bezos. Amazon has really come online and taken over, but it wasn't overnight. It was a 20-year journey. If you look at a Bill Gates and how they helped usher in the software, the computer revolution, it wasn't overnight. It was a 20, 30-year journey. If you look at Steve Jobs and how they ushered in the cell phone era, all of these individuals have something in common. They helped us get to where we are now, and they were among the first. They were among the first, and by being among the first, they got the opportunity to generate revenue like never before. And so there's something to be said for being the first. And as you guys have an opportunity to move forward in this getting online and mastering your social media, never negate the benefit of being first. If you look at the pizza industry, Pizza Hut was first. So they're going to always be the best. If you look at Federal Express, they were the first overnight. So they're going to always be considered the best. So if you are on the fence about whether you need to throw everything you have at social media or not, you need to be aware of the fact that being the first is going to count for something when it's all said and done. Now, I want you guys to also know that, as we said before, this is a $3.46 trillion industry with no sign of stopping. What does that mean? That means that the competition, although you see it now, the internet still has room for growth. The markets are not saturated. I don't care what you do, whether you're a makeup artist, whether you're in the hair industry, the salon industry, or even if you're a coach. You may look around and think, man, I see people that do what I do everywhere. That's just because you're aware of what you do. This market is still not saturated, but that again is another reason for you to get on board the social media revolution and get on board now. For those of you who don't know, we're going to be in Atlanta this weekend, www.the1con.com. And when we first started planning this event, we knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that having a digital marketing and social media conference that we just focused on digital marketing and just focused on social media was going to be something new. We want people to come and be educated, because when you get through hearing what I have to tell you tonight, you're going to understand why you need to find a way to be in that room this weekend, whether in person, virtually, and how it's going to impact your money in the weeks, months, and years to come. So again, this is for somebody who wants to expand their lifestyle. You want to live differently. You're tired of living the way you're living. You know you have greater in you. You know you have more opportunities. This is for you. Opportunity to change your life. So who are we? For those of you who don't know who we are, our brands, we have several different brands, but all of them boil down to helping individuals build their online businesses. We've been doing this for 8 years. We're experts at it. We can come up with the ideas that you can't come up with. And we not only help people build online businesses, our goal is to help them build profitable online businesses. Many of you may be in business already, but struggling to turn a profit. That's where we come in. We come in and we help you build the platforms and the intellectual property, the residual income, and the things, the profit plans, the marketing plans, and most importantly, the social media mastery that you need to be able to create a buzz and really stand out online. So that's who we are. And why we do what we do is because this is just my mission. For those of you who have known me more than a year, more than 2 years, more than 3 years, more than 5 years, for as long as you have known me, my goal has been to ensure that women know how to use what's in their hands to be profitable. I want women to understand that it doesn't take a man. A man is okay, but it doesn't take that. It doesn't take a job. A job is okay if that's what you want to do, but it doesn't take that. And in situations of crisis, I want all women to know that they have the ability to generate as much revenue as they have the strategy to do so. Women are quick to run off to college, but we teach a different type of school, and it's a money school. And as long as you have money school, regardless as to what happens, as long as you have breath in your body and thoughts in your mind, you're going to be able to generate the revenue you need to feed your family. Women work way too hard to not be compensated. So that's my passion. I'm all about it too. My goal is to create as many women millionaires on this planet as possible before I leave this earth. That's my legacy. And so social media gives me the platform to do just that. And it will give you the platform you need to pull off your mission on the face of this earth, whatever it is. So let's talk about tonight, social media trends for 2020. I've broken them down into 5 simple categories. This weekend, we're going to be talking about over 50 different topics on social media and digital marketing. But for the sake of clarity and time, tonight, I've broken them down into just 5 simple things that if you keep these in mind in 2020, I think it's 5, might be 6 simple things. If you keep them in mind in 2020, you're going to be guaranteed to win the social media game. Number 1 is credibility. You call it what you want. Credibility, authenticity, transparency, integrity. People want to do business with honest people. The internet opened up an era of vultures. Do you guys agree with that? If you agree with that, go ahead and say me in the chat. So the internet opened up an era of individuals who were not who they said they were, who wouldn't do what they said they would do. And a lot of people got stung. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to come out with it. But unfortunately, a lot of people got stung. And so now those people are wising up. And they're saying to themselves, you know what? I'm not going to go through this again. And guys, if you're watching, do me a favor, share the broadcast, invite somebody else in. This is $1 million information. If you haven't shared, if you haven't started a watch party, go over on Periscope, go over on Facebook, get the information out there because you would want somebody to share it with you. Good evening, Sophia. So there are so many people who have a limited trust factor of the internet. And there's 2 groups. Hey, Patrice, there's the group of individuals who have gotten bit on the internet. And so now they're gun shy. And then there's the group of individuals who've never done business on the internet yet. And so they're gun shy. So you're going to have to walk and talk the part of an official individual. That's why me and my team are offering a ton of different certifications to help you turn your expertise into professional knowledge so that when people find out you're a life coach or a business coach, a quick coach, a passion coach, a health coach, it makes you not only more credible, but it gives you the opportunity to be more profitable because as you up your credibility, people will pay you more. So gone are the days that you could just jump out there and say, hey, my name's Bobby, buy my stuff. People want to know who you are. They want to know who you're affiliated with, and they want to know what makes you the expert in this area. So credibility, you're going to have it. Number 2, we all knew this was coming. Technology. You're going to have it. I don't mean that homemade website. I don't mean a Wix site. I don't mean a Weebly site. Now, you don't have to spend $1 million on SEO optimization, but you will have to have a custom created, eye-catching, Google-friendly, mobile-friendly website. Did y'all catch that? Hey, Center Beauty, how are you, sis? You're going to have a expertly built, y'all running around buying these $50 websites from these people that's building your stuff out of Legos. You better stop. What we used to have in Head Start, Lincoln Logs. Your website made out of Lincoln Logs. Cut that out. Because it's not going to serve you. So what do you have to have? You have to have a professionally built, mobile-friendly, profit-centered. That's another thing. Stop throwing up a website that has nothing for sale. How does that help you? It doesn't. Your website should be the core of your business. That is where you should be driving traffic to so that individuals can buy your stuff. A website that doesn't make money is as futile as a business card. I talked to somebody the other day and they said that, they said they were ready to open their new business. They got their business cards and this, that, and the other. And I was like, business cards? What are you going to do with those? You ain't handing out nothing but some expensive toothpicks. Does that make sense what I'm saying? So you've got to understand that you've got to invest in order to keep up in this new era. And I know a lot of you like, well, I don't have the money, but you have to go and find the money. D.F. McDuffie said, yes, I was burned by a digital thief. Jackie said, I got suckered a couple of times. But, you know, we also have to go back and say, hey, did we do what we needed to do? Number one, did we do our due diligence? And number two, I tell everybody, when you align with me, you got to do the work. There's no two ways about it. I never tell you it's easy. I always tell you it's worth it. One of the reasons we provide technology as part of all of our packages now is so that people don't have to struggle. They can get everything they need working with us. So when it's all said and done, you've got to understand technology in order to compete with technology. Technology and automation. I don't mean funnels that you don't understand. I don't mean going out there and spending all this money on software that you never used. I talked to somebody today and they said that they used Keap. Keap is a version of Infusionsoft. Keap actually purchased Infusionsoft. If you don't know what that is, that's a CRM. If you don't know what that is, it's a database for your customers. Everybody needs some type of CRM. So with that being said, the lady's been paying for a CRM for years and doesn't have not one customer in it. And unfortunately, a lot of you are paying for things like lead magnets and lead pages and funnel systems, and they're not making you any money at all. And if you were just to compile all of that money that you're wasting on software and apps and things that you're not using, then maybe, just maybe, you could afford some real technology and some real automation. Guys, I'm going to go back to the beginning. And I'm going to ask you a serious question. Once I realized that I could generate so much revenue on the internet, you couldn't convince me to ever go back to a job. Once I realized that the only thing standing between me and freedom was my fear, I started fighting my fear every single day. Many of you are still at a job, and you've watched me long enough to be free. You've been close enough to me to be free. You've had enough strategy to be free. So at some point, you're going to have to look at yourself, and I want you guys to answer in the chat. Are you really willing to work with me and do everything I say in order to be free? That's a yes or a no. And it's okay. Be honest with yourself. Are you really willing and able and just ready to go to the wall? Stop making excuses about why you're not working with me. Time is steady slipping away. You should have been gone, but you let your fear suck up your time and your energy. Let me tell you where it starts. Get in the room with me this weekend. I don't care if you get in virtually. I don't care if you get in person in Atlanta. Go to www.theonecon.com. Use the code 50 off. Some of you guys, I'm going to be sending you a note tomorrow that says, look, here's the link. Show up. But you got to be willing and able and ready to do some stuff that you've never done. Do you realize the possibilities? Do you understand that on the internet, there's nobody to judge you? These people don't know you. Do you understand that in order for you to do this, you can't keep crying broke? In order for you to do this, you're going to have to make some investments to be competitive. But do you understand that making those investments are the investments that will secure you for a lifetime? So I want to let you know, technology is not optional anymore. Having a professionally profit-centered, lead converting, eye-catching website, it's not optional anymore. You can't keep dibbling and dabbling at social media. You're going to have to make a commitment, Chanel's, and move forward. So who's committed? Before I teach you anything else, who's committed? Just say me in the chat. Because one of the things you're going to have to realize is that to do what you've never done and to have what you've never had, you're going to have to run some risk. You're going to have to do some stuff you've never done. You're going to have to show up some places that you've never showed up. You're going to have to be coachable. So technology and automation, it's mandatory next year. Let's talk about platform diversity. Name your favorite social media platform, quick. Name your favorite social media platform. Facebook, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. I haven't seen one person say Pinterest. Did you know that behind Facebook, Pinterest is one of the most profitable platforms? Why y'all all, let me tell you what following the leader will do for you. Y'all are over on Instagram because celebrities are over on Instagram. You got Cardi B over on Instagram. You got the Kardashians over on Instagram. And so you're over on Instagram following celebrities. Instagram, unless you are a celebrity, is one of the lowest paying platforms. Now, it's one of the highest paid advertising platforms, meaning they make a lot of money on advertising. People are over there advertising their butts off, but they're not making the money. Until you invest in real knowledge, guys, you're going to find yourself doing a whole lot of things that don't make you money. Somebody needs to say, wow. Until you invest in real coaching, I'm not talking about a class. I'm talking about spend a year behind the scenes in $1 million brand. And we don't just sit in class. My clients and I, we work expos. We go to Essence. You get to see what it looks like to build $1 million business. We don't just sit at home and watch television. When I talk on stage, they talk on stage. They're learning stuff so that when they leave the nest, they're capable of flying to be millionaires. Do you want to go? And you can't go sitting at home. You can't. And that's right, Retta. A lot of people don't do that. Most coaches don't do that. There are coaches that charge you $15,000 and $20,000 to be on their stage. Now, I do require that they sow a seed. So if the event costs us $50,000, I say it's 25 of y'all pay $1,500 each, and I'll pick up the other 20. But as it relates to even just having the opportunity to be on my platform in front of hundreds of thousands of people on social media every single week, most people don't give you that opportunity. So let's talk about platform diversity, because it is mandatory for 2020. You can't keep choosing lanes. You're going to have to learn how to master multiple lanes at once. I'm teaching my clients that right now. They're learning the art of juggling. First of all, you got to get your messaging right. Good evening, Joanna. You got to get your messaging right, because a bad message, even if it's shared on 7 different platforms, is still a bad message. Somebody say, ouch. So first, you're going to have to get your messaging right. Secondly, you're going to have to get your product offers right. Because some of y'all are running around breaking your necks to sell a $20 product, when I'm selling $20,000 products from the couch. Some of you have products that don't operate unless you touch them, which means if you ever get sick or you ever get tired, you don't have any money coming in. So that means you need a plan for financial security and residual income. How many does that impact? Go ahead and say me. If you're doing hair, if you stop doing hair tomorrow, your income stops. You're doing nails, if you don't have residual income set up in some shape, form, or fashion, when you stop, your money stops, and that is not financial security. So before you run out here on all these platforms saying, Coach said I need platform diversity, you need to be right and tight. Because a mess is still a mess even if you spread it out. Hello? You just spreading out a mess. So get right before you seek that platform diversity. And I want to just show you how many opportunities you're overlooking. It's not just Pinterest and YouTube and Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and Periscope and LinkedIn. It's not just that. It is Pinterest. Did you know they have video on Pinterest now? Yeah. So you got videos and pins and albums on Pinterest. You got YouTube live. You got YouTube video. You got Twitter. Of course, you got tweets. You got tweet ups. And you got Periscope, which is part of the live stream family. You got Facebook, but you got stories. You got groups. You got live. You got events. You got business page. You got personal page. They about to have monetization on Facebook. They have so many features and functionality on Facebook that the majority of you are not using even a piece of it. Same with, you got geotags. Same with Instagram. You got Instagram Live, IGTV, stories, posts, hashtags, geotags, filters. The majority of you may use one or two of those functionalities, and you're leaving so much space and money on the ground. Most of you don't use Periscope. Why not? Stop following everybody else. I have over 34,000 followers on Periscope. If I look right now, I probably have a decent number of viewers, real people. I get clients from Periscope all the time. I don't know why you're leaving money on the table. So far, I've had 408 viewers, 409 on Periscope. Why would you eliminate? Why would you delete? Why would you skip over 400 viewers? So again, here you are trying to show up where everybody else is. That's not gonna be what makes you a millionaire. What makes you a millionaire is gonna be showing up places and being willing to be by yourself. Same with LinkedIn. LinkedIn has live stream. Now live stream, video, blogs, posts. How many of you are using all of that? And then I haven't even mentioned Google, because your blogs, if you formulate them right, that's going to help your SEO optimization. And then what about your web? Blogs on your webs, lead magnets on your website. And what about your list, which is Messenger? But that's still on Facebook, your email list and your text list. Many of you don't even have 1,000 people on your text list, and you've been in business forever. And you're really getting left behind because you're spending your time and energy. Jackie, it's overwhelming because you don't have somebody to teach you how to manage it. Hello? Everything's overwhelming if you don't have help. And that's the choice that people are going to have to make. You're going to have to make the choice of, do I get help and master this? Or do I struggle? So guys, some help is on the way. Go to www.the1con.com. Grab your ticket for this weekend. When you buy your ticket within the first 48 hours after tonight, I'm going to be gifting you a copy of my 12-month social media planner. It's called Digital Domination. It will help you get right with your social media. For those of you who struggle with what to post and when to post, this is the answer. It will help you with marketing campaigns. It will help you with marketing themes, seasonal weather. It will help you with holiday marketing themes. If you want to master your social media, I'm giving you this free. Tickets are only $49. Go to www.the1con.com. Somebody put it in Instagram and Facebook and Periscope for me. It's WON, the1con.com. Grab your ticket for use code 50 off. What's the best way to learn these different platforms? Not only does somebody have to teach you, Belinda, but they've got to teach you and you've got to be able to apply it. You've got to be able to put your hands on it. You've got to be able to touch it. Inside of my mentorship program, I have a social media team. I have a sales team. Everything it takes to run my business, they have on-the-job training. So they don't have to go out and make stuff up. They get a chance to implement right within a 7-figure brand. So they walk away learning and knowing more than most. And let me tell you something, if you're not careful, you'll hire somebody that's a Pinterest expert. Let me show you how much money you stand to lose. First, you're going to hire somebody to help you with Pinterest. But guess what? That person doesn't know how to show you how to relate that Pinterest to YouTube. So then you're going to hire somebody to help you with YouTube, but that person doesn't know how to leverage Pinterest and YouTube along with Twitter. So then you're going to hire somebody, are you tired yet, to teach you Facebook. But they're just Facebook. So they don't know how to leverage Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Pinterest. Then you're going to hire somebody to teach you Instagram. And it goes on and on and on and on. Our event this weekend is the first of its kind where we're going to actually be showing you how to leverage all of these platforms to build your brand without going crazy. www.the1con.com. One of the reasons it's a great opportunity to learn this weekend, Belinda, is because sometimes you got to sit still and let the knowledge soak in. Many of you are so busy ripping and running that you never sit still long enough to learn the things that will take your business to the next level. So even if you can't come live this weekend, even if you can't come all day, show up early in the morning, learn as much as you can, sit in the quiet and write and think. You owe yourself that, ladies. And that's but the majority of our problem is not that we're not smart. It's that we got so many million things going on that we can't, we're oversaturated. You got the kids in your face begging for dinner. You got your man in your face begging for something. And when it's all said and done, you're so overwhelmed with everybody else's needs that you don't have a minute to even breathe and think and strategize and execute. And that's what this weekend is about. Even if you got to hide in the closet to get you 2 or 3 hours. And if you can't make the whole event, it's going to be recorded. But you not only owe yourself this knowledge, you also owe yourself this opportunity. So make sure you go to www.theonecon.com. You're going to learn 2 years worth of social media in 2 days. At least you'll come out with a strategy for the way forward. So yeah, what you don't want to do is get with 50 different people to learn 50 different things. So let's talk about video and live stream. We're going to be talking about that this weekend. Live stream's not going anywhere. You're going to have a strategy, a game plan. I don't mean something you made up yourself. I mean a revenue producing plan for live stream. Vertical video, Instagram TV, not going anywhere. Interactive video, smartphone quality videos, repurposing videos. A lot of you don't even have any video goals. Of course, I didn't even put on there Facebook ads, videos for stories, videos for LinkedIn, videos for Instagram. Video's not going anywhere. You're going to have to build you a plan for video. Rhonda, what does the error say? Number 5, you're going to have a team, guys. That's one of the things that I teach my clients how to build from the dirt. If you try to do all of this by yourself, you are definitely going to be exhausted. One thing I will tell you now is that you cannot outsource your social media. You can outsource the posting. You can get someone to post your ideas. You can outsource the graphics. You can get someone to put a visual on your ideas. But what you absolutely positively cannot do, you cannot get someone to show up and be your voice on social media. It doesn't work like that. So you have to build other parts of your team so that you have time. No, it's www.theonecon.com. www.theonecon.com, and the code is 50 off, all one word. How many of you see me show up on social media? How often do you see me show up? Let me answer that. Number 4 is video. But Valencia, even if you're starting at ground zero, what better way than let us help you? Don't struggle. So I ask, how many times do you see me on social media? Toya said all day, every day. Erica said a few times a day. Kayshawn said multiple times. Donica said every day. Ashley said every day. Dr. Nikki said multiple times a day. Brenda said often, all the time. It's multiple times a day. Anybody want to know why? And don't forget, guys, you grab your tickets. Yep, Audrey, from my hospital bed. You know it. Don't forget, when you grab your ticket, I'm going to give you this planner valued at well over $400. This is 12 months of social media marketing planning and digital marketing planning and tips on how to use it. You get this free when you get your ticket tonight. 50 off at www.theonecon.com. So here's what I'm going to ask you to. I'm going to ask you this question again. I'm going to go all the way back to the beginning of my presentation. And I want everybody to give me a yes or no answer. Do you want your share of $3.46 trillion? It is growing every day with no sign of stopping. I want everybody to say yes or no. It's growing every day with no signs of stopping. So if someone were to tell you that you could go to this free platform and you can talk to people about your products or services all day, every day. And every time you talk about your products and services, you're probably going to make some money. Would you do it? Would you show up? Would you invest in getting a strategy so you could do it right? What would you do? If somebody told you you could go to the ATM 2 times, 3 times, 4 times a day, would you do it? See, you guys say yes, but I don't see you online like I'm online. See, you say yes, but I don't see you hitting that live stream button like I hit that live stream button. See, it's easy to say yes, but most of you don't know how to create mega content like I know how to create mega content. And that's one of the things I teach you. Again, for $49, you don't want to miss being in the room this weekend. www.theonecon.com, code 50 off. It's going to get you Saturday and Sunday admission. I'm going to show you in a minute what's on the agenda. But so can somebody tell me, if you say yes, what's keeping you from doing it? See, you say you want it, but like Drake said, it's way more people that want it than people that have it. Diane, you said you have an all-day business event. Buy it and watch the replays. How bad do you want it? You understand what I'm saying? When it comes to me and how bad I want it, if I had a funeral on Saturday and this was the information I needed to get me over the top, I would buy it and I would come back and I'd stay up all night eating popcorn, watching my replays. I sure would. Nikechi said, I'll be wanting to go hard on social media, but I get overwhelmed. Were you in class last night? Were you in the entire class last night? Let me ask that question. See, at some point you got to get an education. And when you don't have an education, it's like trying to drive a car. You missed about the first 30 minutes, you missed a lot. You missed a whole lot. For those of you who were in class last night, let her know that first 30 minutes, it was mind-blowing. Yeah. You got to find a way to make a way when it's what you want and what you need. So let's talk about why you're going to have a team in 2020. You know what I'm going to spend my time doing in 2020? Can anybody guess where 80% of my time is going to go next year? Jessica said it's fighting the lack of discipline, but if I don't do what needs to be done, how bad do I want it? Exactly. Okay. So somebody said self-development. I always do self-development. That's part of it. That's always going to be 25% of what I do. 25% of what I do is always going to be doing self-development. I'm going to spend the majority of my time next year on social media and meeting with women behind the scenes. Recruiting and training. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to recruit, and then the people that I recruit, I'm going to be spending my time getting them ready for the takeover. That's it. That's all there is. Those are the two things I love to do. I love meeting people, and I love changing people's life. What else is there for me? That means I have to have a team. And let me tell you about your social media next year. If you're not 100% engaged, like most of y'all, I know y'all know y'all. How many of y'all have I had a conversation with over the phone? Just say me. How many of y'all have I had a conversation with over the phone? How many of y'all have I been in a face-to-face Zoom class with? How many of you have I been in the room with, ate with? How many of y'all have I went out to dinner with? I know y'all know y'all. And it's a bunch of y'all. But I spend my time getting to know the people around me. The more you get to know the people around you, the more people will invest in you. You can't have shortcuts. I treat my business relationships like they my family. I'm telling you, even though social media is growing, the intimacy you share with your clients is going to have to increase. Your clients are going to have to know that you are fighting for them. How many of you guys that are my clients know I'm fighting for you? We'll fight you for you. I don't give up on you. I show up and teach. Man, I teach my lessons be so good every week. I'll be impressed. I show up and I show them what they can have. And that's the future of social media. People are going, and Stacey, I got your message too. People are going to have to realize that you fending for them. They're going to have to. People going to have to know that you got their back. They're going to have to. People are going to have a lot of choices as to who they can work with. People have got to know that beyond a shadow of a doubt, you are not only the right choice, you are the divine choice. You are the choice that was sent by God. You was the person that God had in mind when they was praying for help. Do you know how many women tell me that? Coach, I was praying for help and I turned on my phone and you was there. I want to be that choice. That's why I study so much. Man, if you could see the dialogue in my trainings, you just got to see how I show up for a class. And I break down every single thing I do. I have no secrets with my clients because my goal, my ultimate goal, is for them to make as much as I do, if not more. I wouldn't even be mad. I wouldn't even be mad. The day somebody say, Coach, I beat you, I'm going to be excited because that's a testament to my work. I don't give up on people. People will give up on themselves before I give up with them. And so that's how you're going to have to be for social media 2020. You're going to have to tell real stories. You're going to have to share real moments. You're going to have to be you. Because showing up to be anybody else, just not possible. So you have to have a team so you can spend your time with the people. You want to be a Martin Luther King Jr., you want to be a Mahatma Gandhi, you want to be a Mother Teresa, even if you want to be a Adolf Hitler or Joseph Stalin, whatever you want to be, Attila the Hun, whatever you want to be, your people going to have to love you. And if they don't love you, guess what? They're going to have to love your products. People love the service at Chick-fil-A. People love the speed in which Amazon ships. People love the convenience of an iPhone. You got to say to yourself, what is it that people are going to love about me? What are they going to love about my products? What makes me different? What makes me stand out? And you're going to have to learn how to create a buzz around all of that. So no matter how busy social media gets, no matter how much is going on in the world, people still come back to you. That's my name. It is for them. Does that make sense what I'm saying, guys? So social media 2020, you need to get ready. The opportunities are only going to continue to grow. The chances for you to change your life are only going to continue to grow. Do you know what's so beautiful about all of this? What's so beautiful about all of this is that, guys, you get a do-over. Every now and then, things in the universe change so dramatically. If you think about the Industrial Revolution and the people that were there when the Industrial Revolution started, they became filthy rich. And then you think about the technology revolution, the Googles, the Yahoos, the Facebook, and how they became amazingly rich. If you think now is the modern consumer startup revolution. This is where people, I saw a video where this 4-year-old, 5-year-old little boy from Thailand makes $22 million a year reviewing toys on YouTube. And I said, y'all got this 4-year-old boy making more money than y'all, and y'all sitting up scared and not even trying. What's wrong with you? You got to get past the things that are holding you back. We're even going to be talking about that. Miss Berlin's going to be talking about the courage to show up online. So guys, we're going to have a jam-packed weekend, www.theonecon.com. Grab your tickets for 50. If you use code 50 off, you get the ticket for half price, only $49. And guess what? Everybody buys between now and like 10 o'clock in the morning is going to get this guide for free. So it is worth it, guys. Go to www.theonecon.com. Make a way Saturday, make a way Sunday. Get in the room virtually. If you're in Atlanta, we still have a limited number of in-person tickets left. Get in the room, guys. Don't be left behind on the social media revolution. And it all comes down to choosing between showing up and not showing up, showing up equipped and not showing up equipped. So I want to go ahead and open it up for questions. And I want to show you guys real quick what all is on the agenda for this weekend. Good Lord. I told Mr. Troy I'm tired and we ain't got there yet. He said, baby, I'm tired too. I said, but him and Cujo been fighting it out today, boy. Mr. Cujo done lost. So if you haven't seen the website yet, if you go to www.theonecon.com, it's a beautiful website, chock full of information, but here's what you want to see. You want to see all of the topics. And in order to hold myself accountable for teaching all of this stuff, what I did was I said, send me a list, y'all, of everything that's on the website. And I'm either going to put a speaker's name next to it or my name. And in some shape, form, or fashion, everything you see here is going to be covered. Isn't that amazing? When we tell you you're going to get a weekend of real social media and digital marketing education, when we tell you you're going to get a real understanding of why you need to work with us. When I tell you that you're going to get a real glimpse as to what it's going to take to make millions online and get out ahead of the pack, it's a lot, but we're going to break it down into bite-sized pieces that you can ingest, that you can understand, and that can take you where you need to go from here. You're going to have so many choices in the new year as to how to really explode your business. People ask me all the time, well, Coach, how much does it cost to work with you? But we don't really have cookie cutter programs, right? And what people fail to realize is what I quote you today could be totally different tomorrow. Why? Time, energy, supply, demand. Some of you been talking about working with me since November. Guess what's going to happen in January? We're going to be busy. We're going to be super busy. So you don't want to miss out. It's going to be an amazing experience. Anybody that's been to our conferences before will tell you nothing but awesome, awesome, awesome. Get your ticket now. Use the code 50 off. Use the code 50 off. You've got an opportunity to get in our directory for only $49. But if you want to come to the live stream 2-day pass, use the code 50 off or get the entire bundle for 50 off. Okie dokie. So guys, I'm getting ready to get out of here where I can get packed and get ready to get on the road. Like I said, guys, this is going to be an amazing weekend. You don't want to get left behind. We're going to have plenty of replays for you if you can't make the entire event, but it's going to be amazing. And I look forward to seeing all of you there in person, virtually, it doesn't matter. www.theonecon.com. Just don't get left